getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. I enjoyed this episode. This was a really fun one. I am so sick and tired of Sharon and Tracy, the articulates. They are getting on my nerve. Like they want to sit here and continuously blame Anita for everything. Talking about, oh, we was at home minding our businesses when you brought this up. You started all of this, and now when the going got tough, you got going basically. I mean, I don't blame Anita for not wanting to do it. I don't blame her because all she did was simply make suggestions on how to make the show pop because this is their first time performing in decades. She's also telling them what's current in the music business, what people want to see, what's popping. They don't want to take suggestions. They think that she's trying to get her way all the time. It's not about getting her way. She's just letting you know, like, maybe we should do this. I mean, if you have suggestions, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But at least make the suggestions make sense. Like doing all that old school, moving and bopping. That's cute. But, add a little razzle dazzle to the shit. That's all she was saying. They want they want it their way. If I was Anita, I wouldn't deal with them. Like, I understand Vernon trying to jump in there and, let cooler heads prevail. And I get it. But no, I wouldn't encourage this at this point. I really wouldn't because they come off as such haters. They really, really do come off like straight up haters. I wouldn't do it. Bringing up the fact she got money. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Because she paid for a choreographer. She paid for a voice coach. So what? That's normal. People do that. Like, what's the difference? Like, what's so different about that? Because she's doing it. I mean, if y'all wanted to put some money in on it, you could have. You could have offered. But you did. So how was that her fault? So anyway, they agreed to do it. I don't trust Tracy. I don't trust Sharon. I definitely don't trust Tracy around Vernon because, she light up every time Vernon come around. I wouldn't trust that heifer. Like, she be like low-key flirting with him and, making googly eyes. I'm like, no, put your eyes back in your head and go look at the plants. Don't look at him. Like, this ain't gonna work. This whole articulate reunion, it's not gonna work. So now they talking about doing something a little smaller instead of a big comeback concert, which is understandable, and I think they should. Like, if Anita's gonna do this, do it on a smaller scale to see how that work and see how they do and go from there. But I don't trust them chicks. I really don't. I wouldn't deal with them if I was Anita. The hate that they have in them is no, nor bueno. No, I wouldn't be doing it. Absolutely not. So anyway, moving on from that. Allison, listen. Homegirl is crazy. So she claims she walks up in Orphe Jean's busted head talking about Craig, her husband, pushed her down. So she left them and all of this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, you bleeding from your doggone head. Why would you come all the way to Orphe Jean? She gonna tell Chelsea, oh, because that's where you are. Because you're here. How did you know she was there? Like, you're such a stalker. How would you know she's there? And why would you not go to the hospital? I don't trust it. It screams set up, like she set this whole thing up. I don't trust it because where is Craig? Where is Craig? That's what I want to know. I want to see Craig's point of view on this. Like, what he got to say about this alleged abuse and what's going on in their marriage. Because something tell me this is turning into a fatal attraction. Craig need to pop up and let it be known what's going on. Because homegirl is very unhinged. She's unstable. And I was so mad when Chelsea took her to the hospital because if it was me, I would have dropped her off and left. Because now Madison is looking at Chelsea like, what was you even doing with her? You know what I'm saying? For you to be bringing her to the hospital, why were y'all together? Now Madison looking at her side eye. I wouldn't be doing this. I really wouldn't if I was Chelsea. I would get away from that girl. Because she sitting here keep talking about, oh, her and Madison, they in love. And, I didn't want to flaunt that in your face. How are y'all in love so fast? Like, this love triangle between them is very crazy. It's very good, though. But it's crazy. Chelsea needs to remove herself from this wild stuff. But this is insane. It is insane. Nothing good is going to... I feel like there's not going to be a good outcome to this. Because I still don't fully trust Madison. Because we don't know a whole lot about her. Homegirl never talks about herself. Like, we know nothing about Madison. So, this is just a wild storyline. Like, we've seen stories like this before, but with women, I don't think I've ever seen that before in the daytime drama. Like, I don't recall. Like, this is wild. And I do believe homegirl probably did something to Craig, or she self-harmed herself to be around Chelsea and get sympathy. Something ain't right with this. It's just not. Okay? Like, this... Chelsea need to call her father, call Vernon, call whoever, call whatever Dupree contact she got, whoever she know, get some background on these folks. Like, I would run full background checks on Allison and on Madison, because something ain't right with them. It's just not. Like, and I feel like they both got their own doggone secret. So anyway, moving on from that, Chenise and Ashley are funny. Chenise is so over Ashley at this point. With Ashley's jealousy. And, Chenise clocked her tea. She clocked her stuff because she was like, you were over there being loud, flirting with Andre all loud. It was pathetic, because it was. And Andre had no idea what was even going on. He was just as confused. And it was just super funny to watch and embarrassing. And Chenise was like, listen, I can't blame you, for trying to make, Derek jealous and talking to Andre. She was like, they both a snack. She was like, I don't blame you. But she said, don't step to me about it. She said, don't ever step to me. Because Ashley is getting too big for her britches. Like, you all up in her face talking about, oh, what was that phone call about earlier? You don't question her. First of all, you and Derek are no longer an item. Who she speaks with is none of your business. Who she dates is none of your business. What's going on in Derek's personal life is no longer your business. You did not want him, so move around. Like you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't accept your decision. You kept pushing that man away. Now you want to stake your claim now that y'all no longer together, and you see that he's moving on and he's actually interested in somebody else. Because he's definitely interested in Chenise. Like, the way he lights up around her and like the flow of conversation they be having, they got so much good chemistry. He like her. And Ashley can't stand it. She can't stand he moving on, especially so quickly. I'm like, well, he should. He wasted 2 years with your behind. He ought to move on somewhere and be happy. I hope something come of him and Chenise. I hope so. He deserve it. So anyway, moving on from that, Haley is definitely up to something. She is up to something. She came to Bill's office with this little sonogram, talking about, oh, the hospital machine wasn't working or whatever at the time. Now she got this little sonogram. He all happy about it. She made a phone call to somebody talking about, are you okay? And, I'll be in touch. And I just want to make sure you're good. What are you up to? Because something tell me you got a secret surrogate or something. I wouldn't put it past her. I would not put it past her, because she definitely not pregnant. And she gonna ride this. She probably gonna walk around next month or two with a fake baby belly. Homegirl is scamming Bill. She is scamming him. And Bill can't even see it. He's so dumb. You worried about the Duprees and Vernon not, you not being on Vernon good side right now. I'm like, sir, you need to open your eyes and see what your wife is up to. Because homegirl is running some type of con on you. She definitely is. And he needs to open up his eyes and see the con. Because something tell me she going to try to fleece that fool. And I wouldn't put it past her. So anyway, moving on from that. Ted is continuously being dumb. Like, he doesn't even bat an eyelash that Eva used his phone or cloned his phone or did whatever she did. Sent out a fake text to Kat to get her to come to the room, whatever, and it's like he don't even care. Like, your daughter is a problem. Okay, your illegitimate child is an issue. And he's still sitting there talking about, oh, Kat, you should be impressed that she fixed the situation. And Ted, Lord have mercy. Like, do he not know that the more he sings Eva's praises and the more he tell Kat, oh, you should get along with her, you should be impressed by her, the more you are feeding that feud? I mean, it's going to feed on its own, but you are feeding to it. It's like throwing more gasoline on a fire is what he's doing. Kat don't like her, and I just feel like he keeps trying to force it in his own way to get them to see eye to eye. It's not going to happen. You need to let that go. Honestly. Like, he really needs to let that go and just walk away from that. You know what I mean? They're not going to like each other. It's just that simple. And Kat is pissed because this girl just keeps entering into her life, every part of her life. And Ted is so naive to her, just like he is to Leslie. Because everything Kat said was so true. Like, this girl is trying to make a move on Tomas, and Ted's sitting here like, oh, she wouldn't do that. Ted. My Lord. My goodness, Teddy. And he wonder why Nicole is done with him at this point. I'm like, do you not see what you're doing? Like, really? I see why. Yeah, this is why Nicole don't want nothing to do with his behind at this point. And soon Kat not gonna want nothing to do with him either, if he keeps this up. And here go Eva going to Orphe Jean, sitting down with Tomas, telling him how Kat set her up, and here he go. Oh, damn. I can't believe Kat would do that. Now he basically saying he glad he didn't sleep with Kat. Because he's sitting there talking about, oh, Kat is so hell-bent on this revenge and all this. Yeah, Kat need to leave Tomas alone, because now him and Eva kissing, I just feel like he's using that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been wanting Eva. Like, I felt like he had feelings for both of them, but you can't tell me he ain't been wanting to sleep with Eva. He's been wanting to do that. And now he feels like Kat is just keep giving him excuses to do it. And I feel like that's what held him back from sleeping with Kat, because he know he want to sleep with Eva. And he probably felt like it'd be in poor taste if he slept with both of them. He's a player. And you know what? If Eva want to be with him and he's that easy, then you deserve what you get from him. Because if he could do that to Kat, he going to do it to you. Him and Kat are technically dating. You know what I'm saying? And if he can go from her to you without a problem, be kissing all up on you, who's to say he not going to do it with the next little thing that come around? Like, come on now. Come on. Like, Eva need to do better. Like, I understand her and Kat don't like each other, but for you to be messing with her dude is crazy. Like, that is just OD crazy to me. And Ted need to wake the hell up. Like, his daughter is a problem. Anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comments. Let me know what you all thought. I will see you all later. Peace.